What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. Today we're going to be going over the fourth and final catalyst for our Revision Zero exotic pulse rifle in our kinetic slot. Now, this thing has been accumulating all of these catalysts over the past couple weeks, going in accordance with our seasonal quest, More Than a Weapon, and the storyline of Rasputin and Clovis Bray, finishing this week with 4th times the charm, turning it into a DPS monster. Now, to start off, to reach this 4th catalyst, we have to complete all of these steps for More Than a Weapon, finishing off that story and narrative for the time being for the season of the Seraph with Clovis Bray, Rasputin, Anna, everything like that, finishing with a nice 2-week event at the end of the season. Now, once we finish that More Than a Weapon quest, we head on back to Rasputin at the helm and pick up our final Should You Choose to Accept quest. Starting out with step 1 of this quest, we have to head back into one of our missions that we run through and complete the various tasks, shooting the crystals, etc., wiping out the people in the bunker, and collecting that mindscape and uploading the virus, so we have everything we need to know about this weapon and the exotic in general. Now, when you finish that mission and upload the code into that console at the end, we update our quest to head on over to the Cosmodrome. Now, just like other steps and parts for Should You Choose to Accept 1, 2, and 3, all we have to do as soon as we load in automatically loads us into step 3, which is decoding part of the cipher for this catalyst here. And all you have to do is complete patrols as well as defeat enemies on the Cosmodrome. Super easy, 1 patrol, and halfway through a public event getting defeats, I was able to actually complete that step 3, which upgrades us to step 4. Again, very easy. In the Cosmodrome, we have to complete a lost sector. Now, this lost sector that we have to complete is the Exodus Garden A2, which is located at the very south of the map. So when you load into the steps by Shahan, you turn around and start heading through the building, going through the docks, and you will eventually end up, if you follow this path that I am taking here, in a nice gigantic open area where we've had a couple strikes start in the past. We've had a couple public events such as like our battleground heist start here as well, and we make our way to the lost sector that is in this nice gigantic open area here. Pretty easy lost sector just because it's normal, nothing too crazy. We got 2-3 servitors at the very end that we have to defeat and clean out the area of all of the fallen, and we reach this final bomb right here. After we claim that chest, set the fuse on it, move back a little bit, and it will explode, moving us on to the final couple steps of this Should You Choose to Accept. Now, as always, once we reach this part of the quest, step 5 here, we have to head into the legendary version of the Seraph mission, Operation Seraph Shield. Now, for me, I chose to do it solo this week. Seems like the scaling with 3 people makes it way harder than doing it solo, but nothing too crazy about going through this. Just like normal on that legendary version, we just have to find our 4th and final exo inside of the mission. Now, the 4th and final exo here that updates our quest to finally completing the mission is located after you do that first boss area with the gigantic captain and those 3 different brigs that spawn. You move into that long tunnel way where there's a bunch of fallen and captains that come out of those side doors, and you get those Bray robots to help you out. During this, on the second hand on the right side, those doors, there will be our fourth and final robot, that exo frame that we have to find. Once you collect it, updates the step quest immediately to go and just complete the legendary version of this mission. So you go through, finish, beat that final boss at the very end, and upload that virus to the core of the system. Out of those chests at the very end, you'll get a nice amount of loot, as well as our Hunter's Trace, our final one, and our last catalyst in 4 times the charm. Now, once this is done, we do have an extra little step right here where it says talk to a weapons expert to talk about the catalyst and just kind of complete everything out. So you actually have to head to the tower and talk to Banshee about this weapon. Nothing happens where you have to complete any more steps. You just go talk to him. He has a little spiel for you. You can click continue and it fully completes that quest. Now you can head right on over to the Enclave on Mars over there in Savathun's throne world and craft this bad boy for our DPS monster. You compare it with Vorpal weapon, 4 times the charm, and this thing does eat on those champions and even some of those bosses when you run out of ammo. So definitely love this for the grind, and this customization of this weapon in general is amazing. So hopefully this helped you guys grab that final exo, get your final catalyst inside of the Revision 0 pulse rifle. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I truly appreciate that support. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.